Good afternoon. It's Heather Doyle Fraser, and I'm here today to do our afternoon pick-me-up. And I'm going to start today with a reading from my book, 40 Weeks, A Daily Journey of Inspiration and Abundance. I opened the book up today and came to week 27, day 1, a time of releasing. So here we go. Week 27, day 1. This morning, the grass is adorned with heavy dew, sparkling in the sun. Would we shine like that if we were drenched in our mother's love? Would we sparkle in the light, our greatness gleaming in the fresh morning? Would the dew be enough to wash us clean and release the burdens of yesterday? Yes. And that's it. Because it's the beginning of the week, so I only have one reading for today. I love that. I love the vision of this in my mind when I read it. I remember writing this one, looking out on my backyard and seeing the dew in the grass and just thinking how fresh that felt, to think about the dew on the grass and how each day is a new beginning, and thinking about how it made me feel. And it made me feel just open and ready and supported. And then I thought, what else makes me feel supported? Oh, my mother's love makes me feel supported. And feeling fresh and clean and sparkling and gleaming. And in that moment, maybe the burden of yesterday doesn't have the same pull that it had yesterday. Maybe we can release that. So I like this one for today, for me. I just got back from a walk with my daughter, and I kind of tricked her a little bit because I told her we were only going to do like this little mile loop, but then we kept going. But it was so good to be outside in nature with her on this path, and there were some ponds and we didn't see anybody out there, and so it was really just a lovely time together. And I didn't feel the burdens of yesterday when we were out there walking together, so that felt really nice. And I think that that's a gift that we can all tap into sometimes. And sometimes it's really hard to do that, but then sometimes it's easier. So if you can find something that gives you comfort, even a little something, like looking and seeing the dew on the grass or whatever it may be, really embrace that so that you can release something else. Yesterday, we did a meditation, a loving kindness meditation, and my dog, Coco, got into the spirit of things. She apparently really needed that meditation too. She was going crazy, barking at my neighbors in the backyard. And so I was almost thinking, maybe I should redo that loving kindness meditation today. And then I thought, that really is how every day is right now, right? Like, you are trying to meditate, you're trying to do something, you're trying to get something done, and then something happens, something comes in, something is distracting, something is taking us away, and we just have to go back again to our breath. We have to go back to that place. And so even during that meditation yesterday, I was bringing myself back. As I was doing the breathing with you, I was really doing that for myself too, because I had to come back and stay grounded. And every time my dog was barking, my mind went, oh my gosh, what's going on? Should I stop the video? And then just come back, because this is what we're dealing with every day, right? We're all together and we're having to deal with distractions all the time. So because of that, today's practice that we're going to do from our book Freedom, my husband Chris and I wrote this together. Today's practice is called dealing with distractions. I thought this would be a good follow-up to yesterday's practice. This is practice number 26 in the book, and it is in chapter 8, which is What Else Can I Do? And so this practice hopefully will help us to deal with the distractions that are popping up frequently in our lives right now. So practice number 26, dealing with distractions. Distractions. Our world is full of them. And if that isn't enough, sometimes our mind will create them for us, even when we are engaged in something important and meaningful. This is happening a lot, I think. It happens to me. I've been talking to a lot of people, my coaching clients, a lot of people. You're focused, you're motivated, and then all of a sudden something comes in and starts looping in your head as a distraction. And that is just going kind of rampant right now. So anything that we can do to kind of bring ourselves back to the present moment, oh, this is what I'm doing. And that's why we're going to do this practice today. So whether you're trying to complete homework, if you're in school, a project, a practice, or practice a piece of music or sport, whether you're working on doing something in your home like laundry or cleaning up the kitchen, whatever it is, interruptions happen all the time. Loud noises in your neighborhood or from your dog. These things will most definitely show up and attempt to take your attention away. How can we deal with this distraction then? As we know, in our world, distractions are all around us and they will always be there. We need to learn to see the distraction and then bring ourselves back to the task at hand, especially if it is one that is aligned with our values and our valued life path. And even something like cleaning the kitchen can be aligned with your values and your valued life path, as silly as that sounds, because cleaning the kitchen then sets you up for ease later, right? So for me, this is what happens for me. So if I'm cleaning up the kitchen after lunch, let's say, and then I know I'm going to have to cook dinner, but if the kitchen is clean before I cook dinner, then it's going to be easier to cook dinner. So, and after dinner, same thing for the next day. And that just feels so good to have everything nice and clean. It doesn't always feel good when I'm doing it because I don't really enjoy doing it, but I enjoy the after. And so it's aligned with what I need to do in order to keep peace in my body and my life right now. So how do you come back? We're going to go through a few steps here. Step 1, notice that you're distracted. Your awareness says, oh, I'm daydreaming, or why are they talking so loud? Why is my dog barking? So you notice that you're distracted. Step 2, bring your attention to your breath. So that's inhaling, that slow, deep belly breathing that we've been doing. Bring your attention back. Inhaling and exhaling. You could even say in your mind, slow down. Slow down. And if this is something that doesn't feel so great to you, then just bring your attention to any even part of your body. Like, oh, I'm going to focus on the feeling in my feet, or I'm going to focus on my hands. But if you can incorporate breathing into that, that will settle your body and settle your mind. This might take a bit, but with practice it becomes easier. Focusing on your breath, or maybe the soles of your feet, is grounding and creates an anchor to pull your attention back to this present moment. Step 3, forgive yourself for being distracted and remember that being distracted is part of having a human brain. The human brain is always scanning the environment for what other things are going on in an attempt to keep us safe. In primitive times when people had to hunt daily for food, a bored hunter was a dead hunter. A bored hunter who was not paying attention to the surroundings, scanning for danger, or looking for food wouldn't be alive for very long. Our minds are designed and have evolved to do this, to pay attention to all of the things around us. So it's not your fault that you're getting distracted. Our brain is built to do this. And especially when we're in a place of heightened threat or awareness, which we're all experiencing right now. So step 3 is forgive yourself. Step 4, come back to your intention for completing the task and also why this is important to you. So also back to your values. Ask yourself, why is this important? So that example of me cleaning the kitchen. When I'm feeling frustrated, why do I want to do this? Because it's going to make it easier for me later, because I like having a clean kitchen, because it's hygienic. There's lots of reasons. But knowing the why sometimes makes it easier. And then even asking yourself, maybe, how is this helping me to live a life that is more in alignment with my values? It's hard to persevere on tasks that don't appear to have personal meaning to us. So that's why it's helpful to recognize the why and the how and remind ourselves of these things. Step 5, start again by bringing your compassionate self into the game. And that is really important. So you can use some encouraging statements like, I've got this, I'm making progress one small step at a time, I'm just going to do this little piece and then I'll do the next piece. Whatever you need to get yourself to the next place that's kind and supportive. And really, we talked about the compassionate self a couple weeks ago, and that is the part of you that is always got your back, that's always there for you, that is encouraging, kind, supportive, and wants to help you feel safe and soothed. That's bringing your soothing system online. And, for instance, yesterday when I was doing that meditation and my dog was barking, I brought my compassionate self in and said to myself, well, this is how everyday life is. This is the real stuff. It's okay that Coco is barking. She barks all the time, and it's all right. And this is mimicking the distractions that we all experience every day, all the time. And those aren't going to go away. So we need to be able to bring ourselves back to this grounding and centering, even with those distractions. And that's how I got through that moment. And I felt better because of it. Everyone has distractions that pop up. I can continue even with these distractions, and over time I will achieve my goal. So those are the keys to that practice. Step 1, notice you're distracted. Step 2, bring your attention to your breath. So important. That's really kind of like the key element on all of these practices, starting with the breath. Because when we slow down and we bring more oxygen into our bodies, we're able to calm down. And when we're more calm, then we're able to think and get through whatever we're getting through more easily. It's still not easy, but we're able to get through it more easily. So step 1, notice you're distracted. Step 2, bring your attention to your breath. Step 3, forgive yourself for being distracted. No shaming here. 0. And step 4, come back to your intention for completing the task and your values. And step 5, bring your compassionate self along for the ride. So I hope this was helpful for you today and brought you a little pick-me-up. And another day we will do that loving kindness meditation again, because it's a really good one, and maybe we can have one without the same type of distraction anyway. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.